Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today's video is going to be going over an email that Shopify sent. Now, the reason that I wanted to go over this email is because it highlights scan forms, and scan forms is something that I believe is new to Shopify. It's something that I have never seen an option for in my online store through Shopify, and it's something that I don't recall reading about as far as an email or through Shopify's help center. I could be wrong, but if you are wondering what scan forms are as well, then this will be the video for you. If you don't have Shopify, click the link down below this video, choose the plan that works best for you, and there may even be a free trial, but you have to click the link to see. I strongly recommend Shopify for all e-commerce businesses. I've made tons of videos on this channel about why I do. So I'm not really going to get too far into that in this video, but I do want to go ahead and let you all know that we're going to be talking about the 2021 USPS rates and also the scan forms. So be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. So like I mentioned, I'm not going to go too far into why I enjoy using Shopify for my e-commerce business. However, one of the reasons that I do enjoy using Shopify is because Shopify keeps you up to date. And not just that, but they also have so many tools and self-help options and resources for customers like us, whoever's using Shopify. I'm referring to you all and myself included as a customer. So when I got this email, I was interested. I'm going to go ahead and read the email. It does say, "Hi, Brittany. We are writing to remind you that USPS will be making changes to their rates for 2021 this Sunday, January 24th. Though USPS retail costs are increasing across the board, the rates available through Shopify will be some of the best available in 2021. So you save up to 64% off retail rates when you ship using first-class package service. Merchants who are on Shopify Advanced and Plus plans continue to get priority mail cubic pricing up to 88% off retail prices in 2021. And retail rates for Priority Mail Express will increase by 2.5% overall, but you save up to 17% off retail costs through Shopify." All this information is going to be available through Shopify as well. And it goes on to say that you can learn more about changes at USPS and all carriers supported through Shopify shipping, and read some tips on how to prepare for the changes in our blog article. So there is information, like I just mentioned, in regards to that. I do want to say I recently got a comment on one of my videos just maybe 5 minutes ago, and the comment was asking, how can you fulfill an order through Shopify if you go through something along the lines of, how can you fulfill an order through Shopify if you go through another service for your labels? And I'm going to answer that in another video, but it's pretty simple. I guess I can answer it now. It's pretty simple. You just go into the order and you put in the tracking number and fulfill the order. For, just to save time. That's pretty much what you do in a nutshell. But one of the reasons that I don't go through another label shipping option or service is because Shopify offers discounts for a lot of their labels. So I'm actually saving money when I print my labels through Shopify instead of using a third party. So that's that. Now, I do want to move towards introducing USPS scan forms, because I was like, what are USPS scan forms? But it does say that you can now generate a scan form for USPS shipping labels purchased with Shopify shipping using the free Shipping Manifest app. So this is an app that I'm definitely going to download after this video and play around with. And if I am noticing that it's really interesting, and if it's something that I feel should be in a video, then I'll definitely come back to you all with that. But it also goes on to say, when you generate a scan form for a batch of shipments, USPS scans one barcode on the form to accept all of those shipments instead of scanning each package individually. A big time saver for you and postal clerks alike. So typically when I go to the post office and I print my labels and I have all of my packages ready and pre-labeled, when I take the packages up to the clerk, they scan one by one. So I'm assuming, based on what I'm reading, that the scan form is going to save time and also make it more convenient and efficient for everyone involved, because it's going to save me time instead of me waiting for them to scan everything in. There are some people that don't wait for it to be scanned in. They just drop it off. But for me, I like to wait to make sure, and I like to get my receipt and things like that. It's just my personal preference. I know some people may be thinking, well, you don't really need a receipt. The information is going to be available in your Shopify online store. I'm completely aware, but that's something I like to do. So if you are someone that likes to do some of the similar things that I do, as far as waiting to make sure all of your packages are scanned in, and this will definitely save time. And then also on the clerk's end, like they mentioned, they're not going to have to scan each one individually. They can go ahead and scan the scan form and get done with the task way more efficiently. So as you can see on the screen, we migrated over to the Shopify Help Center. It does say that USPS also refers to the shipment manifest as shipment confirmation acceptance notice forms or scan forms. So if you are reading anything about shipment confirmation acceptance notice forms, keep that in mind, that they're referring to scan forms more than likely. Creating a manifest means that when USPS comes to collect your shipments, or when you drop off your shipments, USPS can scan the single barcode on your manifest to accept your shipments instead of scanning each shipment individually. So we just went over that. Now, it does also say that each shipping label in the manifest must have the same shipping origin address and same shipping date, meaning that each label has to be shipped from the same place. So typically when I create my shipping labels, they all have shipped from my business address. And then they all have, that same shipping date, because I'm going to the post office that day typically to ship out all of the orders. So keep that in mind. It says the shipping date for all labels on a manifest must match the date that you give the manifest to USPS. So if you're someone and you like to work ahead, which, I'm that person too, I strongly suggest that if you are creating your shipping labels, like printing out the labels and getting your packages ready to take to the post office, let's say in maybe 2 days, be sure to change the date through your Shopify store to make sure that it corresponds with the actual date that you're going there, instead of printing off your labels for today's date and then going to the post office 2 days later. So you want to make sure, it does say to avoid any issues, set the shipping date to the day that you plan to use the manifest. So just to avoid any issues, double check that. It says if you void a shipping label that was added to a manifest, then the manifest is no longer usable. You must have USPS scan the other shipments in that manifest individually. So just reiterating what they're saying, if I were to go to the post office with my orders and say for some reason there was an order that was canceled for whatever reason and no longer was going to be shipped out, instead of them being able to still scan it and them doing something on the back end to remove that specific order, I can no longer use that manifest. I will need to expect USPS to go ahead and scan in each order individually, which is not the end of the world. It's just, that's something that they'll have to do. It also says, caution, if you use a manifest that has been voided labels on it, then you'll be charged for the voided labels. So keep that in mind. So if you still use that manifest and there's a package that was voided, or, tracking information that was voided, shipping label information that was voided, you will be charged for that voided label. So it's better to go ahead and just have them scan individually. It does go down to cutoff times as well. And I'm going to scroll down in a moment so that you can see what I'm referring to, but I'm going to get started reading. It says to add shipping labels to the same day's manifest, you must purchase them by 9 p.m. local time at the location from where the items are shipped. You can't add labels purchased after the cutoff time to the same day's manifest. If you're buying labels after the cutoff time, then you can postmark them to the next day and add them to the next day's manifest. So I think all that information is really, really interesting. It also goes down to explain about the Manifest app. And I am going to scroll down in just a moment so that you can see what I'm referring to. But pretty much you can go ahead and install the app. There is a link through the Shopify Help Center. If you type in Manifest, I'm sure this information will pop up. If you type it in through the Shopify Help Center, then you should be able to pull up that information. But it says to install the Manifest app, has a link here. It says enter your store's myshopify.com URL and then click install. And then it also goes over different steps, or not even different steps, but these steps in order to create a shipping manifest. When I logged into my Shopify store today, I was able to see, it was like, what was it? Let me go back to my store really quick while I'm recording. But it was something right on like my home page. It's the page that lets you know how much you've made for the day. It may give you options as far as financing. If you are approved for like Shopify Capital or pre-approved for Shopify Capital, it's the page that goes over your abandoned cart rate and things like that. And I remember it saying something about Manifest. I'm in now. Well, it didn't say well, it says create scan forms for USPS packages. And then it gives me an option to go ahead and install the app. So when I click install the app, it takes me to a screen that does say enter in my URL, my Shopify.com name, and go from there. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be looking into. I do want to touch base really quickly while I'm showing you pretty much what I just read on the screen. I want to touch base back on the shipping carrier rate changes for 2021. Now, there are some people that do ask about shipping rates during consultations, under videos, or in comments. I've gotten DMs, and I've also gotten questions under different posts on social media. And they've asked the question as to why do shipping rates change? If your shipping rates were this amount last year, why are they this amount? I do want to strongly suggest that all entrepreneurs watching this video and that are using Shopify as well as USPS to read about the shipping changes that are going into effect January 24th, 2021, to make sure that your shipping rates still align with what the new rates are going to be so that you don't incur any losses on shipping. It does say retail prices for USPS services will increase by an average of 4.9%. So you just want to make sure that you're reviewing everything and checking everything to make sure that everything is still aligned with your business. So I wanted to create this video just as a heads up that the rates are going to change. They also have information in regards to DHL Express and Canada Post and things like that. And then I also wanted to bring to your attention the manifest. So the what was the other terminology? The scan forms that were brought to my attention via that email. So if you do have any additional questions, again, this information is available through Shopify Help Center. If you do want to try out Shopify for yourself, for your business, click the link down below this video, choose a plan that works best for you, and there may even be a free trial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.